Alright, so here's the ingredients for making my version of a steamed nettle soup, which I enjoy. And primarily we have some blanched or parboiled in water and salt stinging nettles, alright, just the leaves. And they're coarsely chopped. I took a pair of kitchen shears and just chopped them up, or you can take a big knife and just coarsely chop them. So it's 3 cups of nettles, and then we've got 2 cups of parboiled potatoes. And I like to leave the skin on. You can peel the potatoes after they're parboiled if you want to. Then we have 3 cups of broth. So 3 cups of chicken broth, vegetable broth, beef broth, whatever you like. This is chicken broth here. This is a half a cup of onions. And then we have here just 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Alright, so what we're going to do is in a medium saucepan or a pot, we're going to go ahead and add our olive oil. And then I'm going to add our onions. I'm going to saute the onions until they're translucent. And once they start to become translucent, then we go ahead and add our potatoes. We want to get these nice and coated with the onion essence. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and add our nettles. And then our broth. So that's 3 cups of chicken broth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another 2 cups of water. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Okay, so we're going to let this come to a boil. Alright, once this comes to a boil, you want to reduce the heat to simmer. And then I'm going to cover this back up and let it simmer for about 30 minutes or so. Okay, so I have an immersion blender here. This is what it looks like. It's got a blade on here. And we just put it in the soup, or whatever you're blending, and you pulse it. Be careful not to burn yourself. there you have it. You pretty much pureed the soup. And some, a couple of things here. I've got my eye off and it's good that this is a electric stove and not a gas stove. But be mindful of cord around heat. This is something I want to say. Also, this kind of splatters, so make sure that this is fully immersed if you're going to use something like this while you puree it, so that you don't scald yourself with flying soup. So some safety precautions there, thought I'd mention. Anyways, there you go. That's pretty much how it works. Make it nice and smooth, and then we can transfer to our serving container or bowl. So here we have stinging nettle soup. I've garnished it with a dollop of sour cream. You could also use Caesar salad dressing, and it's one of my favorites. Stinging nettle is a very abundant, easy to identify, and good for you food source that's free. If you know how to harvest it, the only thing it costs you is time. Maybe a sting or two. Just be careful that you're not overly allergic to it. If you choose to harvest it, wear gloves, take precautions. But you can cook it in a variety of different ways. You can make pestos out of it, any sort of spinach substitute. It's got a high amount of protein in it for a plant, not like animal protein, but plant protein. Very high amount in it. Lots of vitamins, minerals. It's good for allergies, and it tastes good. So go ahead and give this a taste here. Yeah, that's good. It's earthy, but with a nice green vibrance to it, and the potato adds a good body to it. It's almost like comfort food, and definitely with the sour cream, this is really good. So, if you choose to try this, there's many different ways you can dress this up. You can add your own, pizzazz to it. Be interesting to hear about what people come up with or what they've done with it. But this is just my version of stinging nettle soup, and this stuff is good. Yeah, it's good.